Theoretically, we're live. Hello, YouTube. Maybe? Yeah. How goes it? So, I have nothing specific to talk about today except for maybe Halloween stuff. And maybe we can talk about what you're doing for Halloween. Also. And as usual, you get to watch me eat. Today's stream brought to you by Quest Chips, which are freaking awesome. You know, if you're trying to up your protein and lower your carbs, but also still eat chips. Anywho. For the love of Pete. That's what we're gonna do. Alright, so can anybody see this? Maybe? Yay, it is working. Okay, cool. Had an issue with Patreon last time. It wouldn't let me cast straight to it. Wasn't working for me. Holmes, what are you doing? Would you quit it? Come here. Weird ass dog. Anywho, yeah, go ahead and let me know what you want to check. For the love of Pete, I know. Got it. Sorry, YouTube keeps trying to give me tutorials on how to use it, and it's like, I already know what I'm doing. Yay, I'm glad you made it. Welcome, all 2 people that are here. Holmes, quit eating stuff off of the floor. Nothing in here is edible. Alright, hold on. I gotta get my dog out of here. Go on, get it. I wonder if Chris fed him today. Probably not. So, we're probably going to get people posting in both on the Patreon page. I'm going to go live so that I can see that too. And on YouTube. Yeah, so I guess mainly what I want to talk about or do today is help you guys with whatever you're working on for your costumes for Halloween, if you need it. We could talk about my costume, I guess, if you want. Yeah. So, if you guys have any last-minute questions, now's your chance. Well, now and Wednesday, I suppose. So ask away, because I pretty much have nothing to talk about otherwise. And I'm not crafting today. Not for this one. Stop eating. I would like to do more like Twitch streams and like live craft casts, but I mean they would be for everybody, not just you guys. I don't know. What do you guys think about that? I don't know if... Yeah. I don't know. I feel like... I was actually talking about this at one of my... or at one of the conventions. I went to like a... You know, start your Twitch stream, whatever, panel. And, you know, there was one guy there that basically just made little figures. And he just casts while he makes little figures. And essentially people watch paint dry. And was like, how can I get people interested in watching paint dry? Because that's basically, everything takes so long to do. Like, it's not like you're going to see a set of wings built in a day. It's going to take weeks. So, part of me feels like I'm not interesting enough to stream that often. Okay, I just started just on the first step, and I'm confused. I want to buy an aluminum pieces. You listed the parts list, but I think I should get them pre-cut to size. I see the measurements online. I see the measurements are pivot point to pivot point, but can't I just get the pieces pre-cut? And if so, how much should I add to the size? I don't think I understand the question. Yes, you can get them pre-cut. I sell kits. Message me at my email, which I believe is in the description, possibly. It's thecrookedfeather@gmail.com. If you would like to buy a kit. You can also, I don't know if you're doing pulley set or what. I don't know what you mean by add to the size. But, yes. The short answer is you can buy back plates, you can buy, the framework. You can actually buy the feathers too if you want. It's just as expensive. So, because they take forever. And I don't like doing them. Or paying other people to do them. So. Any other questions? Me, I'm doing, let's see, what am I doing for Halloween? I don't know, you guys tell me. There's 3 people here. Tell me what you're doing. See, there was extra aluminum after the holes. Not sure if it matters how much aluminum is there after the hole. Oh, yeah, it's not gonna matter too much. I mean, I wouldn't, like, have a foot after the hole. That will jam things up, but, I mean, you know, half an inch is plenty, basically. Something like that. Yeah, basically the measurements are from the center hole of the hole to the center of the hole of the pivot. And then after that, a half an inch over the edge of the hole probably is about where you want to be. And I'm trying to think. Like, you also want to kind of pay attention to your pivot holes for your feathers. Those are going to need to be far enough away from those joints to not jam the frame, but that can be kind of hard to manage and figure out before you do it, because it changes per set. So, yeah. No! Damn it. I just ripped a thing. Which means I have to resew it. Oh. So for Halloween, I'm doing a demon girl. Got some hooves. Made by Chaos Costumes. And I'm making, of course, a set of demon wings, which I know some people have been wanting the bat wings. I wanted to get it done before Halloween so you guys could make your own bat dragon wings. But that didn't happen because Halloween and September and like any August, September, and October are just madness. Absolute and utter madness. So, I didn't get it done. But I'm working on them tomorrow and this week. And I'm going to finish them up and hopefully post either right before Halloween or right after. Kind of depends. Well, I guess Halloween's on Tuesday, so it'll be before Halloween. It's just maybe not that Saturday. And won't help you make a set of bat wings in time. But, and then I'm 3D printing some horns right now. And I have some Adafruit programmable LED strips that I'm going to make look like flame. It's going to be pretty cool. On fire. And then I'm going to be making armor pieces, and I might light those up too. But that's kind of dependent on a few things. The first thing being how many batteries I can have, conceivably, in my costume. And also, how many LEDs I have. I think I have plenty of LEDs, but you never know. Any other questions? I'm going to be here hanging out with you guys for probably only like half an hour to 45 minutes. Excuse me. Hiccups. No, don't start. This time, and then we'll do another one on Wednesday, because I know a lot. I mean, if you are like me, you're still working on your costume. So on Wednesday, I want to do a craft cast, but it kind of depends. I'm hoping I can. So I'm not going to show you the madness that is my craft room, because I moved to the new place, which is great. But I kind of like pulled a lot of stuff that I have from my personal craft room now, or what is now my personal craft room, and took it over there. But I've been trying to do it in pieces so that that place doesn't get totally messed up. Like, it stays organized the whole time. And I've kind of reached roughly the point where I have everything I need for over there, and everything that's gonna stay here is here-ish. There's like little pieces here and there that still gotta go. But hopefully I can craft cast from here. Okay. Ooh, more. Okay, I see there's extra aluminum after a hole. That helps. You're welcome. I have 3 projects I'm doing for this year. I'm starting after Halloween because the costume for this year is already complete. Nice. Also, just ordered the Adafruit subscription box. Nice, also. I've been having a lot of fun playing around with them. I did. Oh, man, I should have brought it. I'll show off the horns when I get them. But Twitch stream would be awesome. Yeah! Yay, watch paint dry. It'll be great. Yeah, I just need to get, I'm kind of waiting. Tell your friends. I am waiting for, you know, that's kind of the next tier of Patreon, is getting to that next level. We got less than $200 to go, guys. As soon as it gets up to there, the patronage will be enough to pay for internet, business internet at the new place, and I can stream from there. And as soon as that happens, I can start Twitch streaming. Right now, we are shy of it, and I can't really afford it. I might go ahead and do it, but I really shouldn't, because it's expensive as all heck. So, yeah. But if you are interested in that, tell your friends. And if we can get up to that point, then that would be awesome. Because then I can totally start Twitch streaming and creating more content. And that's kind of the marker for kind of a number of goals. Means that I can stream more and create more content for you guys and not worry so much about paying the bills, because that you guys are paying my bills, so I can make more stuff for you. So that's where we're at. Kind of just waiting. I just need a little bit more. The problem too is like Patreon typically, you know, says you're making this much per month, and it bases that on the number of subscribers and how much people are subscribing. However, the first of the month comes around and I have a bunch of people drop off, typically, because Patreon, I think, doesn't make you, like, gives you access based on your patronage, even if you haven't made your first payment yet, or something. I don't know. It's weird, because a lot of people, like, show up for a month and then leave again. And that's annoying. So, needs to be sustainable. Would you recommend the pneumatic wings or regular electric for a Comic-Con? Definitely the electric. The pneumatic is nice for steampunk builds. because it makes a hissing noise and it's got the tubes and it's neat looking. It's easier technically to understand for a lot of people, like air pressure versus electronics and electricity, I guess, makes more sense to people. So in terms of getting your head wrapped around it, pneumatics are easier. But, I mean, it is not difficult to learn how to solder and to do the things you need to do to get the electrics together. I actually want to I think that's going to be my next video, is getting the electronics together. Because there's been a number of people kind of at that point that need more instruction. So, I'm thinking of, I'm thinking of making that one next. But it's not difficult, and you get way more flaps out of them. And you don't have to hide a tank. You just have to hide a smaller battery pack. And, you know, if you go with the super small tank, which is nice because, you can hide it easier. The downside is, though, that 13 CU tank on a regular set of, 12-foot wings is only going to get you, 13 flaps. I equate it to, on a 12-foot set, I basically equate it to 1 flap for CU and per CU. And so, if you get a 48 CU tank, for one, you have a tank this big that you have to hide, which is hard. But you get 48 flaps out of that. You can get almost 400 flaps out of one charge of a battery. And then you don't have to worry about, the pressure, making sure that your pressure is correct and, you're not going to blow a line or anything like that. You don't have to have extra tubing and all this stuff. I mean, if you rip a wire, that also sucks. But, I don't know. I've had way fewer problems. I have so many problems with my pneumatic sets. They have so many little things. You'll get airline, the airlines will start hissing because, you got a leak somewhere, and then, you're losing air, which is not good, and you're losing a number of flaps, and then you have to, take everything and, undo the tank and then find out where your hiss is, and then you have to Teflon it, and I don't know. You get fewer flaps, and it seems like it's easier to break, or easier to have problems, little problems here and there, so. I prefer the electric. They sound dope, though. Whoops, wrong. That's what I do for my steampunk sets, because the tank looks cool, and it makes a cool noise, so. Do the wings fit in luggage? Assuming I would have to take them apart. Also, have you ever been turned away from a con because of the electronics, for safety issues? Yes, actually, this last Phoenix Comic-Con. I don't know if, most convention goers know about the guy that, a lot of security has been beefed up because of Phoenix Comic-Con and what happened. A guy was, basically saying he was going to shoot up cops or whatever, and brought, he was in a Punisher costume and had a bunch of weapons, but they were real instead of fake. And so then Phoenix Comic-Con lost its shit. And went a little overboard with their security and wouldn't let me in with my wings, even for my presentations. They said that I had to be personally escorted, to my panel and out of my panel, and I had to, leave everything in the car and blah, 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 blah. And so I ended up just, not bringing any of them, because I was like, forget it. I didn't cosplay that weekend. I was so upset. I wanted, I was really looking forward to it. I just didn't get to do it. That was a little bit of a unique situation, though, because there was an immediate threat, and they got super twitchy. Afterwards, they made it, changed it from all cost, because they weren't letting any costume props in, not even wands. It was bad. But by the end, they amended it to costume, prop, weapons. And so it was fine at the end. But, you know, by the time that happened, I had already given up. So it was too late. So. Yeah, feathers attached, got half of them airbrushed. So you're airbrushed tight. Whoops! Did your compressor just die or overheat? Like, what happened? I actually had my compressor overheat the other day because I had a leak and, you know, I didn't have any Teflon tape to fix the little leak at the... It's the little nozzle that distributes the airflow through into the airbrush. And so I just needed to seal it with a little, you know, a little Teflon tape, and it would have been fine, except for I don't have my Teflon tape. So, yeah, it was just constantly, the compressor just had to constantly go to keep up with me, and it just shut off, because it's like, I'm overheating. Screw you. You don't get to airbrush anymore. Still need to clean that. For the real feathers, do you put them basically to cover the string holes, or is there a particular place you position them? I put them, so just like if you go back to the design video and the sketch video, one of my first tutorials, forget what I called that one. Hello, YouTube. What did I call that? My channel. I don't remember. Right. Boop, boop, boop. Wing design tutorial. There you go. Go to that one and look at how a real wing is put together. I have several slides on that, and basically you want your second layer of feathers to flow like a real wing's second layer of feathers. So the primary and secondary coverts. Those are the ones that you're mimicking with that feather placement. You need them to cover your string, so your string line needs to be inside that line that you're going to create with your second layer of feathers. But I wonder if I can actually do this. Ha! There is a way. How do I do this? Add. I can actually pull up a picture. I just have to find the picture. Burp, burp, burp. This is not what I want. Instructions. Boop, boop, boop. Is it in here? Yep. Crap. Ruh-roh. I don't know where I put them. Double nope. Not sure where I put it. Why is life so difficult? I know where I put it. It's on my external hard drive. Go figure. Let's see this. Images. Alright, it's right here. Okay. Sorry, I just want to get this. Add. What? Ah. Okay. So basically what you're looking at here is the primary coverts and the secondary coverts. Those, they're about, I would say, a third of the top of your fake feathers. So, but rough. You want to make sure that you get that double curve line. Or if you're doing a straight, you can do that too. But you're basically going ish a third into your feather. That'll cover your line and then give you that nice second layer before you get to your fuzzies at the very top. Does that make sense? I don't know. I'm going to leave that up there. I actually don't know if you guys are asking me any more questions. Probably you're sick of me sticking around. Okay. Where to go? Whoop, I am way behind. Sorry, guys. Hold on. Okay. For the real feathers, yeah, so that's where you put them. Do you just glue down the spine of the feather? Yes, you glue down to the spine of the feather. It does stick them enough. You may need to use like little clips to hold them down so that the glue dries, or cools actually, since it's hot glue, with the feather compressed down. And you may need to do that little break trick to get them to stay down enough, because you need them flat on there. I would, what I do is it usually takes 2 feathers to cover the bigger feather, because they're smaller, that makes sense? So you're not putting it straight down the center, you're actually putting it on either side. And then you were using compressed air and it was getting too cold and losing pressure. Oh, yeah. So your compressor makes all the difference. I bought a new compressor and oh my god, it's so much better. Like you can control the pressure, and it's so much better. Like the compressor I was using before was such a piece of, you know what. One thing you completely overlooked was that I need to glue those real feathers on the front and the back of the wings. Thank God for expedited shipping. Oh yeah. How many feathers did you buy? I usually buy a pound of feathers, a pound of quills, and that usually gets me by for a 12-foot set or smaller. So, I don't know. It kind of depends on how crazy you're going, or how thick you're making that second layer with the coverts, but... Anything else? Oh, shoot. I'm the worst kind of person. I had a patron get knocked off. Due to patron being stupid. Not because they didn't pay. Or whatever. And so now they can't see anything. And they asked me to send me them this link separate. And I didn't. I'm the worst kind of people. Well, I'll make it up to them. Thanks for being awesome. You're welcome. I have a year for this project. I'm sure I'll be bugging with questions from time to time. That's what I'm here for. Jenny says, my problem is that I have more than one color, so I definitely didn't plan for that. I had a pound of feathers, but not enough of the one color. Oh, yeah. It takes a lot of feathers. These things are huge. I think people sometimes, you know, forget, like, how expensive feathers are, too. Because I have people who want to make them freak out about the price. And it's like, sorry, feathers are expensive. You can make them yourself if you want to spend a zillion years doing it. For your Canadian peeps, I find that Moonlight Feather is much better price for price and shipping. Yeah, Moonlight Feather is really good. They're actually pretty good in the States too. They're just not as good bulk, so, as the other ones. But yeah, hey, cool. That's good. Because I think both Tony Hill and Lamplight are American distributors. One's in California and one's in, like, New Jersey or something. I don't know. I have so many people in Canada. I also have a strangely large number of people in New Zealand and Australia. And a few in France, which is weird. If you're not in a hurry, you can also do AliExpress, but I don't trust them to have humanely raised and plucked birds, so. I don't know how you bend the 9-gauge wire by hand. I had a full-blown cramp in the bathroom. Sorry. I have strong hands, I guess. There's actually, you can buy them straight. It's just expensive, and, well, it's expensive because you have to buy in bulk. Like, we bought, it's 100 20-foot lengths, and you have to buy them in that amount, and they come straight, which is awesome. However, as far as I know, it's like, they're for, like, the ceiling tile whatevers, and you can use them for a number of other things. Like, I think my intern who pointed out that we could buy them straight uses at his other job where he makes, like, what do they make? Dog doors or something? Like, they're used for a lot of weird stuff, but you can buy them straight. Being able to, I don't know if you can find them straight where it's not, you know, in a bundle of 100 and it costs $80, but buying a pair of bolt cutters was the best decision I ever made. Yep, I need new ones. Like, I had a good pair, and ever since I moved, they've disappeared. I think I just need to buy another one. And as soon as I buy a new one, find the old one. That's usually how that works. Completely off topic. Are those dragonfly wings behind you? They're awesome. Yes, actually. Thanks! They're actually really shitty. But I made them in, like, an hour and a half? Something like that. And then, you know, there's epoxy on them, so that took like a day to cure. But I think my active time on that was like an hour and a half. They're awful. Does anybody want them? I have ones that move. I don't need those anymore. Hey. You need a drill press? You can actually, I mean, if you're doing it just for this, I mean, drill presses are awesome. And if you collect tools like I do, absolutely you need a drill press. They're amazing. But, yeah, if you're just using it for this, you can, I don't know if you guys have, I would assume you have hacker spaces in your area where you can use tools for free. That's probably the cheaper option because they're like, you know, 150, 200 bucks for a cheapo one. Then he says, I found a makerspace and a tool library super close to me. Able to run a drill press for $1 a day. Holy crap, that's awesome! You could rent it for half a year and pay less than me. That's pretty cool. Where, you guys are both in Canada. Where in Canada are you guys? Well, you can even rent from like Home Depot and stuff, but usually Home Depot is more expensive. If you can find a tool library, it's a good way to go. No, thanks. Hey, I've been to Toronto, briefly, while I was doing geotech work. It was in summer, which was beautiful, but dear God, you guys have so much plant life. I live in the desert. There's nothing here except for dust. Well, there's plenty here, but like my allergies don't usually go nuts. I died. Like I was just one big sinus congestion zombie the whole time I was there. You guys have too many flowers. I'm just saying. Maybe that'll be next giveaway. I'll throw those out in the pool. Because I don't want them anymore. They just take up space. Although shipping to Canada would be nuts. Ottawa? Where's Ottawa? I'm gonna look that up. I have no idea. It's Canada's capital, and I don't know where it is. Cool. I'm glad that I'm a highly educated woman that knows things. Just not, you know, the capital of my neighbor. Huh. I don't know why I thought Vancouver was the capital. Right? Stop with the... Dang it. Cool. Weather. 58 degrees Fahrenheit. Nope. Alright, sorry. Back to the stream. I'm just looking at random stuff on the internet now. It's very, very green, unless it's very snowy. Yeah. I think that's... I hate the cold. Hate's a strong word. I dislike strongly living in cold. I do like jackets, though. I will say. But I like light jackets. I like being able to go outside and it be nice out. And I feel like Arizona is nice from, like, now until, like, usually September, October, November, December, January, February, March is super nice. And then, you know, in April starts to get warm. And then May, June, July, and August are hot as balls. But I feel like the majority of the year is pretty awesome. Do not like snow. I like to visit snow. I will visit snow anytime. I'll go skiing. It'll be great. Do not want to live in it. You kids have fun. You want to get some snowy wing, but yeah, we have up north it actually gets pretty snowy. I have a couple of cosplays I want to get done in the snow. Some pictures. Okay, one thing I was wondering, when you do the straps on the back brace, do you make the loops so you can easily swap out the straps, i.e. instead of sewing them permanently on? Yes. Also, just like sewing around a metal plate is dangerous for your sewing machine and a giant pain in the rear, and so it's like super easy. Like, it's just as secure, if not more secure, actually, now that I think about it. Because you're not putting pressure directly on the any seams or on the stitching. It's kind of inverted through, so it puts the pressure at a couple other points first, and then it goes to the, and then the pressure goes to the stitching. So that helps too. But I mean, yes, you can swap out stuff easier. That's a bonus. Probably overall stronger, and then just sewing around stiff things on a sewing machine is okay. It's about a 4-hour drive from Toronto. It's too many hours. Oh, sorry. I thought you said 2 hours. I'm switching the two of you. Sorry. So it's the best until mid-January, and then it sucks hard. Why? Why does it change in the middle of January? Is it because until then it's novel? You have fun until it gets old? Because then there's nothing to do. Ice skating, skiing. Lots of stuff to do in the snow. Technically. But I think snow is a nice thing to visit. Don't like living in it. It's too cold. I don't like wearing big, bulky jackets. Not being able to move. Alright. What time is it? Oh, you know what? You and me both. Let's go. I haven't seen it yet. You have fun? Any other questions? I think I actually, too, am going to call this one. It's just the two of you. So, Jenny, if you have any other questions, any other last-minute burning questions, then shoot. Otherwise, I think Wednesday I'm going to try and do a craft cast where I'm making, because Christmas is over. Got it. I'm going to try and do a craft cast where I show off what I have done, and then, you know, I'm going to work on my Halloween costume, and I'll probably cast for a couple of hours. So, I don't know. Maybe I'll make it like a whole day thing so people can tune in when they want. More like a Twitch stream. What do you guys think? Would you guys tune in and out when you could? That might be fun. And that way you guys can kind of tune in and see how far I get in a day. That could be neat. And then it stays around until March. See, no. Sorry. No. No. No, thank you. I would tune in because I can watch while at work. Woo. I don't know what job you have. That sounds awesome. Yeah, I might do that. I might, once I kind of get things cleared up and rolling, I might start a cast, 11, 12 o'clock and run it all day. And see who tunes in. See what you guys think of a longer cast. So, that could be fun. let's make costumes. Alright, so maybe I'll see you guys on Wednesday. Hopefully plenty of opportunity to tune in. And if you have any more questions, just leave them on Patreon, and I'll get to them as soon as I can, I promise. I only have like 2 more days of insanity, and then I can work on my costume and calm down a little bit. So, I guess I will see you guys in, what the heck is today? I don't know, 3-ish days. Bye!